Hi guys. So good afternoon. Yeah. So basically, we are looking at learning what blockchain is, what cryptocurrencies are, from the basic, you understand, to the pro version. So basically, you see, cryptocurrency is a form of digital currency. Let me cryptocurrency. Yeah. So it's a digital currency, that you can use to buy goods and services. Back in the olden days, they use all sort of this in like trade by barter, all these, even there was a time they started using cowries. That's how, let's say, cryptocurrency got its own value. Take, for instance, now, okay, I can decide that, okay, maybe I have a big store, you understand? And I decide that, okay, for you to be able to buy something in that store, maybe you have to pay me in a maybe let's say one pink colored clothes or whatever or something scarce. Now I've really created value for that thing. You understand? I've created value for that thing because that means people will have to, okay, before I can purchase something from this store, I have to have this. You understand? Just like maybe some big hotels and they tell you that, "Oh, no, we don't accept cash, we don't accept this." That means you need to have what they want for you to access that service. So that's just cryptocurrency. You use it to buy things online as a store of value. You understand? Now we will move to that later on. We'll move to that later on. So that's it. And cryptocurrencies, they work just like your naira. Is minted by the minting whatever in Nigeria. You understand? So and it's overseen by the CBN. They look, okay, should we pump naira? Should we print more naira? Should we do this? Should we do that? Same thing. Cryptocurrency has something called blockchain. It has what? Blockchain. It has blockchain. It has blockchain. Cryptocurrency has what is called, what is known as what? Blockchain. So blockchain is just a kind of is a kind of just like the name signifies, it's block combination of blocks to form to form a chain. It's combination of blocks to form a chain. Now take for instance, let me show you this picture over here. Yes, let me show you this particular picture over here. I believe you are seeing it. Now look at block one. Now block one, let's say block one is the first block that is produced. It will be produced by maybe a witness or what have we. Are you getting? Now a witness is someone that validates the block. He is the one that verifies the block. This one that they're the technical, kind of technical knowledge that you just have to just kind of brief over. So now in block one, now I might be like, okay, let's use this analogy now. You go to the bank, right? You go to the bank and maybe there is queue. You understand? The queue is much. In some banks, what they just say, yeah, write the teller down. You write the teller, you write the amount you want to do, deposit, and they will not post it immediately. Again, you drop it in one basket. Again, you drop it in one basket. So at the end of the day, you see, there will be somebody that will be posting it in batches. Like, okay, bring that 100. The person will post it, we enter the list and will post it, then bring the other 100 and so on like that. Now, the same thing happens here in block one over here. In block one processes some details, like maybe somebody wants to send something to someone, somebody wants to send something to someone. Block one processes it. Now, after that one is gone, block two will be processed on, and block three like that. That's why they call it blockchain, chain of blocks. You know your chain now? The chain, yeah. Chain of blocks. I get it. That's what they call it, blockchain. Now that's that. Now, every cryptocurrency has its own blockchain. I get it. Every cryptocurrency has its own blockchain. That you can't there can't be crypto without a blockchain. I get it. Every cryptocurrency has its own blockchain. There are different kinds of blockchain out there. We have the Bitcoin blockchain, Ethereum, and all those like. So now, I know many of you, when you hear crypto, what comes to your mind is Bitcoin. It's the first and most popular cryptocurrency out there. But we have more than 6,000 cryptocurrencies. Let me show you. Now, this is a website you'll be familiar with sooner or later. You'll be very familiar with it sooner or later. Now, this coin market cap, are you getting? Like it's like a directory, a list of all cryptos, mostly all cryptocurrencies out there. Now, take for instance, now you at least you go to school and you have register. You understand? So now, let's say somebody wants to be like, I'm looking for a share this in, I think it's a stereotype. You understand? You just bring a register, look at the name. So the same thing applies to this cryptocurrency coin market cap. So it's just is a kind of directory for all cryptos out there, for most crypto. Now let's look at this thing. From here you can see over here. Let's look at it first. You can see cryptos 14,930. Are you getting 14,930? That is, we have about 14,000. We have more than that too. We have more than that, but we just have 14,930 cryptocurrencies. We also have what is called exchanges. Exchanges 435. Exchanges just mean where you can buy and sell. It's like market. Do you get that now? It's like market. Like where you can buy and sell Maggi. Where you can buy and sell rice. You understand? So where you can buy and sell cryptos, where you can trade them. Now, let's look at some of the cryptos. Like now, when you enter coinmarketcap.com, this is the reason. When you enter coinmarketcap.com, you will kind of, you see, the first thing you see first 100 coins out there based on market cap. We'll talk about market cap later on. So we have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance Coin, Tether, USDT, Solana, Cardano, SRP, that is Ripple, USDC, Polkadot, Doge, Avast, and so on. Now, when you look at these coins, something you should kind of notice. Let's look at the price. Bitcoin is currently $57,253.80. You can see Ethereum is this, Binance Coin, that is BNB, is this, and so on. But now, that is in dollars. But now let's look at something. Let's look at this Tether, USDT. It is $1. We call them stable coins. We call them what? Stable coins. They are stable coins. Stable coins in the sense that their price really change. Now, if this price will change, this Tether, it means it will maybe change to 0.98. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Now, they are using dollar as benchmark here, just like now one Nigeria, $1 is maybe 560 Nigerian naira. Do you get it? So it's the same thing we are saying here. So now this Tether, we call them stable coins. That is, they really change. Are you getting it? They really change. So it's like, can you see one of the benefits of crypto? So now take for instance now, okay, back in maybe 2015 or so, yeah, I think 2015, 11, 13, naira, $1 was, I think, maybe 110 naira, 130 naira. I get it. So now, but to get access to dollar or domiciliary accounts, to save your money in dollar, it's kind of maybe hard or something. Banks will come up with different kind of rules and regulations. So it's something you can just like put your money in crypto. In what? In this USDT, this stable coin. You know that it won't change much. Yes, okay, 0.98, 0.991, it will continue changing like that. Do you get it? But it won't go too much like that. We have another one here, USDC. You see, they are very easy to know. You always see the dollar, this thing there, USDC, that is US dollar coin, $1. Can you see? When you scroll down, you should see another one over here, BUSD, Binance USD. Look at the number 17, Binance USD. Can you see it? Binance USD, that's it, $1.00. Are you getting? So those are stable coins. You see it from the name, you will see it. From the name, you will see it. Let's scroll down. Look at this one now. Terra USD, number 29. You can see 1.00. Can you see it? You can look at this one now. DAI, 1.00. Okay, this one does not have this symbol. With time, you will be able to understand them. You'll be able to understand them. So I believe that's that with coin market cap, you already know how to, you see the different kind of cryptocurrencies that we have. Now, there is something I want to point out now. This is just like a, let's say, crash course. You, as time goes on, you will learn automatically. I get it. This is just like a crash course. Now, look at these jargons. Let's take number one. Look at these jargons here. Let's look at it. Okay. I will click on it now. I get it. I will open a new tab and we are going to, kind of see what is happening over there. Oh. So, good. Now look at this. Don't fear. You don't have to fear anything. Just have a look at this. Okay, what's it saying? This is a price here. You can see it's bold. This is a price here. Bold. This is the name. Bitcoin. BTC is the first coin. Now, this is percentage increase. I getting 5%. It will continue showing like that. Now, come over here. There is something here. Circulating supply, maximum supply, total supply. When you talk about maximum supply means in the life history of that coin, that's the amount, that the total number of that coin that can ever be. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Now, what I'm trying to say is, okay, let's take for instance now, you are like, okay, I own maybe a vehicle manufacturing company. You get it? Now, we are not trying to say, okay, we want to bring out a Lamborghini, but this Lamborghini, we are only going to do maybe just 5 of it. Again, that means in the total existence of, maybe we call the Lamborghini Zomboy. You understand? That in the total existence of Lamborghini Zomboy, there will only be 5 Lamborghini Zomboy. That's the maximum supply. And that's why it's written here. The maximum amount of coins that will ever exist in the lifetime of the cryptocurrency. But now we now have total supply. Total supply means, let's take for instance now, we have that Lamborghini Zomboy. I get it. Now I now feel like, let me keep one. I get it. Like, no, let me keep 3. You understand? Let me keep 3. So we will bring out 3 next year. We've already built the O5. I get it. We've already built the O5. But we feel like, no, let me just keep 3 down now. Yes, I'll release one next year. I'll release another one by 2023. I'll release another one by 2030. Do you get it? Are you getting the difference now? Maximum supply, total amount of that coin that can ever be in existence. Total supply now, the ones that are in existence minus some that are kept somewhere. And that's why it's written the amount of coins that have been already created minus any coins that have been burnt. Are you getting it? That's total supply. Then we now have circulating supply. Circulating supply is just mean the total number of coins that is in the hand of people. Look at it here. The amount of coins that are circulating in the market and are in public hand. Now, we've made 5 cars, 5 Lamborghini Zomboy, and 2 are in the hand of people. Then the circulating supply of that car is 2. Though the maximum supply is 5, but the circulating supply is 2. Do you get the analogy now? So that's just the circulating supply, maximum supply, and total supply. Now, when you now look at this, something you should now know is, you should now notice, we now have something say market cap, fully diluted market cap, and volume. Now, to get the market cap of any coin, of any cryptocurrency, what do you do in essence is, look at it. You take the circulating supply and you multiply it by the price. Let's do that quickly. 18,886. Remember, this is also circulating supply. Are you getting it? Times this will give us market cap. 18,886, 337 times 57,164.82. Okay, don't worry. Let's put it 0.82. Look at what we're having here. We're having 1079618. Are you getting? It's almost the same thing with here because the values have changed. This value have changed. Are you getting? So are you getting? So that's it. That's the market cap. Circulating supply times market cap. Now when you now say fully diluted market cap means this maximum supply times the price. Are you getting? Why the volume 24 hours means the total is just like now. You should be like, oh, I own a store, right? I own a store. Okay, now you want to know how much sales you made on, or maybe okay, POS store. Yeah, POS store. POS store. Now you want to feel like, okay, how much what's the total sales I made today? What's everything? How much money did I bring in? How much did I give out? You understand? That's the total volume. 24 hours volume. So you can see there a measure of how much of a cryptocurrency was traded in the last 24 hours. And you can see over here we have $31 billion plus. $31,774,949,370. Are you getting? The volume traded in about 24 hours. So you can see more detail. You can see, let me tell you, this is one of the usefulness of CoinMarketCap. You can see it will show you the price, how the price increases. Are you getting it? You can even check the historical data. Are you getting? That is, look at it, November 20. This was yesterday. Open means at the start of yesterday, the price of $54,813. Then the highest price was this, 57. The lowest was this. Are you getting? And it closed at this. Are you getting? That's how you are going to see it, like that. So I getting? That's CoinMarketCap. We also have CoinGecko. Are you getting? CoinGecko.com. Also the same thing. Can you see it? Also the same word thing. Can you see it? Also the same thing. If you notice, they are all the same thing. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance Coin, Tether, Solana, Cardano, SRP, USDC, Polkadot, and so on. Now, one thing you should notice is, look at this. This is the name. This is what? The symbol. Or they call it ticker. Ticker. Again, ticker. BNB, USDT, Sol, ADA, SRP, USDC. Again, but this is the name. Polkadot. Can you get it? Dogecoin, ADA, Cardano, Sol, Solana. Are you getting the logic like that? ETH, Ethereum. Good. So that's that with Bitcoin and what do you like? So now let's look at exchanges. Now remember something. Remember I told you that most coins have their own blockchains. They have their own blockchain. This Bitcoin has its own blockchain called Bitcoin. That's its blockchain. Ethereum has its own blockchain, Ethereum. Solana has its own blockchain, Solana. Binance Coin has its own blockchain. Cardano has its own. Ripple has its own. Polkadot has its own. I get most of them has their own blockchain. Though some they don't have their own blockchain. Some coins don't have their own blockchain. I get it. It's just like now. I don't have my own house. I don't have my own house. Now, I feel like, okay, let me go and be squatting with my friend. Let me be, staying with my friend. I get it. So, I can't lay claim to the house. That I won't say it's my house. It's not my house. Are you getting? So instead of calling such crypto coins, we now call them token. We call them what? Token. Look for it. We call them what? Token. 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 Again, we call them token. Because they don't have their own blockchain. So we have some tokens like that they are, you see them on Binance Smart Chain, Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, Alpha, Aval, and so on and so forth like that. Are you getting? So that's just it. And let's move to exchanges. That is, you remember I told you that exchanges is where you trade cryptocurrency, where you buy and sell, cryptocurrency. And that's basically what we are going to major on, what we are going to focus on, because it's just trading, buy low, sell high. That's just the basic. Buy low, sell high. Take for instance now, maybe let's say fuel is going to cost or whatever, something, you something you can just quickly go low, buy low, and then you kind of sell high, like, oh, let me quickly accumulate this thing, let me keep it somewhere. So when the price now comes up, then I will sell and I'll make my gain. I get it. So let's look at the exchanges where you can, buy and sell. Now you can see we have Binance. Many of you would have maybe heard of Binance. This is a exchange. We have Coinbase. That's another exchange. FTS. We have tons of exchanges. As you've seen here, over here you have what, 435 exchanges. We have more than that. Binance, Coinbase Exchange, FTS, Kraken, FTS US, KuCoin, Ruby Global, Bitfinex. Now you notice something. You have seen FTS and FTS US. The thing is, cryptocurrency has regulations. It has regulations. And so, in USA now, there are certain rules and regulations that crypto exchanges must follow. So now, for them to, it's just like now, okay, you say, CEO, in my own country, I don't allow this. In my own country, I don't allow this. Now, we have like maybe 100 and something countries in the world. Are you getting? And you say your own country do not allow everything. But other countries are safe. We won't inconvenience other countries now. So that's why they feel like, okay, no problem. We will create this FTS. Are you getting? We will create it for normal people that allow. Why this FTS US will be created for what? People that do not allow. Are you getting? So US citizens, they will go here. Are you getting it? But we, people like Anya, we will do what? We will go here. So Ruby Global, Bitfinex, Crypto.com Exchange. You can see, Binance was first. Look at it, Binance.us too. They have their own US this thing. Are you getting it? This is what I'm trying to say. Let me point it out, please. Binance.com and Binance.us. Let's look at them. Okay. So can you see this is Binance.com? I get it. I've been able to access it. This is Binance.com. This is Binance.us. I'm not even. It's not working. Why? Because I'm not from US. It's reading my IP. I get it. It's reading my IP. Like, no. Let me show you my IP. What is my IP address? Okay. Okay. So you see can you see my IP? MT Nigeria, Lagos, Nigeria. I get it. That's my IP. So you're saying you are from Nigeria. I get that you are from Nigeria. We don't want you here. Go back to the normal listing. I get it. So that's just it. And the same thing apply. If somebody from US should go to Binance.com, or maybe you are using VPN and you now access Binance.com, it will redirect you back to that US. And no, we don't want you here. Don't put us in trouble. So you can see we have many exchanges. Again, Bittrex, Orbit, Poloniex, and so on. And now you can look at it. Volume in 24 hours. That is the total trade in 24 hours. You can see. Look at the $27 billion. Average liquidity, weekly visit, market, and so on and so forth, like that. So that's it. That's it with what? With exchanges. So basically, we'll be using Binance, KuCoin. You can see KuCoin here. KuCoin is number 6 here. Are you getting? Binance, KuCoin, UOB, and some other exchanges. That's what we'll be using. That's what we'll be using. Now, one more thing is, let's look at how to make money with crypto. Basically, there are different ways. Again, there are different ways you can make money. There are different ways. Let me just finish. Sorry. Okay, so So basically, yeah, basically there are different ways you can kind of make money with crypto. There are different ways. Let me just increase the font size to 36. Good. Perfect. Now, you can make from trading, airdrops, trading, airdrops, mining, farming, and staking. Trading, airdrops, mining, farming, and what? And staking. Trading, airdrops, mining, farming, and staking. Now, what are we talking about here? Look at it. Trading, your normal trading, buying and selling. I get it, buying and selling. That's your normal trading. Now, what are airdrops? No, you see, you just like if a barber open in a new area or an hairstylist, one of the first thing they do is okay, maybe this today they do it before, maybe not now during barrier. They be like, oh, okay, free haircut for everyone. I get it, that come on the day of opening. I get it, or maybe subsidized at a subsidized price, at a reduced price. And you see, they are trying to, bring people in. They are trying to say, come and patronize us because we know there are a lot of, because there are a lot of people out there doing the same thing that we are doing. So that's airdrops. I get it. That's airdrops for you. So what airdrops does it? Now maybe I want to release a coin. I want to do a project. Then what I will do is, okay, you guys, I would do like, oh, people, come over here. Are you getting that? Come over here. Come and perform so task. I can do like retweet, share with your friend, tag some friends, share on Facebook. Are you getting it? And retweet on Twitter. And follow my Twitter account. Do you know that you are benefiting me and I am benefiting you? When you retweet, your friends will see it. Is that not so? When you tag your friends, they will see. When you follow me, my Twitter account is growing. Is that not so? And when you share on Facebook too, are you getting? So, things like that. So, things like that. And in a scene, what will they do? When they launch, they will now give you a drop. Are you getting it? They will give you a drop. They will give you free token. So that's that. Sorry. That's that with airdrops. So they'll just give you the free token. Then we now have mining. We have what? Mining. Mining involve using specialized equipment, to with computer, everything, 247 line and everything to mine the token. That one is the advanced DV. Now we have farming and staking. Farming and staking is related to DeFi. DEFI, DeFi, that is, DeFi means decentralized finance. Yeah, DeFi means decentralized finance. Now, what am I saying in essence? Look at it. When you save money in bank or whatever, or maybe you do all these bonds, T-bills, that is treasury bills. The government will tell you that, okay, maybe if you save 20 million or whatever, we will give you like 14% annually. Again, 14% annually. So indirectly is telling you that, okay, let's say you save 20 million, 20. Yeah, times 14%. I get it. That means you are going to gain 2.8 million at the end of the year. You understand? So now that's the same thing that this thing is replicating. That's the same thing that crypto is replicating with our DeFi platform. You farm or you stake token. I get it. Now let me show you something. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Now, this is a typical platform. I get it. This is what's typical platform. This is a typical VVS finance. This is a typical platform where you can, stake and farm. I get it. Just like the government bond and T-bills. Now, look at it. Very, very simple DeFi trading for all. Your gateway to the decentralized finance movement. Take control, whatever. Leave that. Now you look at it. Just come to N farms. Can you see it now? Can you see it? Now they are telling you we have APR of 257.16%. Like in 257.16%. That's the APR. Look at it. This is what I'm talking about. We have here 281. We have here CRU USDC, CRU VVS, and so on and so forth like that. Now, this is what I'm saying. Now, remember, let's just use a flat rate of 500 naira per dollar. Now, you remember, in your 20 million naira, you are earning 2.8 million, right? Is that not so good? Now, let's apply that to crypto world. Are you getting? Let's apply that to crypto world. 20 million to dollars will not be, based on our 500 will be $40,000. Are you getting? Now you can easy different thing. You can even do the analysis. APR. Okay, let's imagine I staked $40,000. Are you getting? $40,000. That means every day I'll be earning $281. At the end of 1 year, I will earn what? $470,000. 931. Are you getting it? I've earned times 10 plus, like times 11 of my capital. Are you getting times 11 of my capital? Meanwhile, with money, the government, I'm earning far less, almost near zero, far less than that. Are you getting? So that's it. But the effect here is, when the market dumps, your earning will dump. You understand? Because when you look at this CRU ETH now. Let's look at something now. You have a coin, CRU ETH. You don't know what coin it is. You don't know this thing. It's something. Look at it. Let me teach you how to search. Let's search for this CRU ETH. CRU. What do you do? Press CRU on Google. CRU coin market cap at the back. Can you see it? Can you see it? So it tells me that this is the current price, 0.75. What about ETH? You can just write ETH CoinGecko. You can either put CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap. Are you getting? Can you see ETH Ethereum? Can you see the current price here? So, just as you know, this one they are not stable coins. They can go up and they can go down. Again, they can go up and they can go down. But what about stable coin? Most this thing they have this stable coin stuff. Look at this. Look at it. USDC, USDT. Are you getting? It's stable coin. Remember USDC and USDT. Remember in our coin market cap. You remember USDC, USDT. Remember this USDT is a stable coin. This USDC is also a stable coin. It really would. It really deviates. It really deviates. Excuse me, please. Okay, it's really deviate. So it's something you can just like kind of utilize it. Like, oh, USDC. Let me just look it. Let's now put that same $40,000 there and see what we win. $40,000 at the end of 1 year, we are earning what? 11,293. When you calculate it, 11,293 times 500. Again, that's 5.6 million. Are you getting? That's 5.6 million. That's crypto for you. You can farm. Are you getting it? You just buy 2 token or whatever, you farm. Or you buy just 1 token and you stake or whatever it's being called. You stake. Are you getting it? So that's cryptocurrency, and you always see the APR. Again, you always see the APR where you'll be able to calculate your earnings. Where you'll be able to calculate your earnings. You can see over here. Let's check another platform. PancakeSwap.finance. Let's check PancakeSwap.finance. Let's see. Okay, you can see N. They call their own farm and pool. Let's go to farms. Now look at this. Look at the different farms we have there. Cake BNB. APR 40%. BSD APR is, isn't it? So many this thing. We have for that. Let's look at. There are tons of platforms. Again, there are tons of platforms that you can cancel. Okay. This is, let's say, bar. They call their own bar. Again, they call their own bar. They call their own bar. Now, look at this. You remember here our USDC. Look at it. Let me show you something. Remember here our USDT here. The APR was what? 24,000.8%. That is, if you stake 40,000, you are going to earn 11,294 in a year. In a what? In a year. Let's look at the USDC here. Are you getting? Look at it. Oh, they don't have the calculator over here, but you can actually, calculate. Now look at it. This is very good. They don't have the calculator, so look at it. It's just something you can just look at it. Again, 36% APY in a year, 365 days. That is, you are going to earn 36% of your what? Money. That is 36% times 40,000, and you have the 14,400 like that. I get it. So those are ways you can earn crypto. We've talked about trading, just buy low and sell high, airdrop, mining, farming and staking. That is the decentralized finance, DeFi, and you have this. I get it. So those are the basic way of making money via cryptocurrency. So we'll look into everything except mining. Except mining. We will look into everything except mining. So now one more thing is security. One more thing is security. Now let me tell you, crypto world is if you notice something over here, let me show you. If you notice, look at it. Phishing warning. Please make sure you are visiting pancakeswap.finance. Check the URL carefully. Phishing is just creating a fake page that is similar to your page, to that page. Are you getting it? Just yesterday, this site, zksync.c, this particular site, yesterday, made up with 77.7 ETH. 77.7 ETH. Let's look at the current price of ETH. ETH coin gecko. Okay, so we have 77 times 4317.28. That is the made up with $332,430 gone. This site. You look at this site, you think it's good, right? Go and connect your wallet. All your money is gone. This isn't the only way. There are different things too. That's why in cryptocurrency, in blockchain world, you have to be very, 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 very careful. Know the type of site you connect to. We will talk about wallets very soon. I get it. But let's talk about security. Sorry, let's postpone security. So when next we meet, that will be tomorrow. We will talk about wallet, security, and security. Yeah, wallets and security. Yeah, we will talk about it tomorrow. Thank you for listening. Bye.